Okay, so if you are in the process of transitioning, which means that you've decided that you want to let your natural growth grow, whether it means you just want to take a rest from perming it and you've still got your permed ends, or you're going natural and you are eventually going to chop off your permed ends, or if like me you're not going to chop off your permed ends at all. The fact is, whichever way you look at it, you're going to have two different textures of hair, and combing your hair out therefore is going to be quite a sensitive process, and using a comb you're likely to break more of your hair than to detangle it. So what I do is I detangle my hair by hand. I've already done this side and I've just tied it away. So in detangling each side, I do it section by section. So I'll probably do this in 4 sections. I've tied this side with a bit of an elastic band, and yeah, elastic bands. Shouldn't use elastic bands. And I'm going to work on this section alone first. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to separate it generally to take away any large I'm not actually knots going in the root, as you'll notice. And then, once I've done a kind of general strand, I then start tackling the roots. And of course, if you've got regrowth, whether it be 6 weeks worth or that's where it's going to be really tight and really curly. And this is where you're going to have to take care, because you don't want where the perm and the natural hair meet to snap off. And this is the process I'm doing now. So if you can get a real tight shot on this, you can just see I'm working my way through. I've got a knot here. So I'm literally taking the hairs out of the knot rather than trying to force the knot apart. I'm taking a few hairs, and I've got rid of that one. So carry on. And I'm literally going to work my way through this section of hair by just pulling through, starting at the root, doing what a comb would do, but doing it with much more care. The comb is indiscriminate, the comb will just snap. And I'd also suggest, if you're going to do this, you do this when you're not in a hurry, because when you come across a knot, you're likely to just want to break through it, because you're going to think, oh God, I've got to do this quickly. To do this when you've got loads and loads of time. So as you can see here, I found another knot here. So these are the 2 sections. I'm taking out 1 strand at a time now to relieve the knot, rather than just breaking through. And hopefully it's a slow process. There's no doubt it takes time to do this. So as I said, tackle this. I'm still working on this 1 knot. I've managed to break it through without snapping the hair off. All the way through. I get right into the roots and detangle, detangle, detangle. As you can imagine, it takes some time, but that way I have more control than if I used a comb. If I used a comb, I'd be combing these edges, and my dry ends, if I have some, which I'm sure I have, will be coming off. This way I'm more in control of what I'm doing. Now if I do come across a knot, let's find one. It doesn't take too long usually to find a knot in here somewhere. If I come across a knot, like I've got one here, for instance, I don't attack it from down below. What I do is I work from the top of the knot. The knot's here. I work from the top of the knot and I pull hairs out individually. Let's see if this one works. And I think I'm free, yes. So basically that's how I tackle knots when I find them. Try not to break them. As you can imagine, you can come across quite a lot of knots, especially as I don't comb my hair out thoroughly very often. I found another one here. Again, I don't pull on it. If I pull on it, it tightens it. So what I do is I pull the hair out from the top of it as much as possible. That one was quite easy. That came out. So that's the process. I'll do this section, tie it up, this section next, and then I attack that side. It takes me an hour or so to do it. Once I've done that, I'll moisturise it, or if it's time for washing, I'll wash it. So that's basically the way I detangle my hair.